Sorry about that, my iPhone 8 didn't seem to like the long video. See if I can get a second one here. So yeah, there's a ton of electrical that came back through here. A lot of plumbing too. There was a bunch of sinks and just all types of equipment back here. These are the last two pieces that are honestly just really heavy and awkward and haven't figured out how I'm gonna get them out of here yet. This is an old plate maker. I think they used it to make like the actual die pieces that they used in the press. Letters and numbers and pictures, whatever. This is an old Robertson 4000 camera that I think you saw last time. It's just huge. It's really cool. I'm sure it could go in some vintage photography museum, but I don't know how to get it out of here or move it or anybody who would want it. So might end up needing the torch, unfortunately, unless we can figure something else out. Yeah, there was all types of sinks and chemicals and ink machines or whatever. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but it was gross. I know that. So you can see that this was the old basement wall. The outside grade is about right here. You can see that line. So we're a little underground. So they excavated this area and kind of did a partial basement when they put this addition on. There was a bathroom here. This is basically just still a staging area. All of our old lumber that we may reuse or sell or donate. Probably end up putting the ceiling joist down here. Just got a bunch of scrap metal built up over here. Just kind of coordinating days when I can get a trailer on a weekday over lunch or something and get some of this out of here. But I've probably taken 5 full trailer loads of metal scrap just from plumbing and electrical conduit, etc. So the back of the building still looks the same. I got kind of a little ghetto window privacy cover job here with some trash bags. But pretty similar, just still using it as a dumping kind of staging area. Eventually we'll do some major improvements to this back exterior once I get the layout figured out. This doghouse will go away. No major changes out there. Get this locked up. Yeah, there's that weird steel door down there that goes to the neighbor's basement. I've kind of barricaded it shut. Gives me a little sense of security, I guess. Had the electrician in here the other day. He's gonna start doing a final trim out of all this electrical I didn't get to. I've torn out probably 75% out of the building, just stuff I knew I could turn off and felt safe removing. The rest of this, some of it kind of links back to the old electrical on the other side of the building, and I'm just not real comfortable. I don't understand where half of it goes. It doesn't really make sense to me, so figured I'd leave the big stuff for the professionals. The boiler room pretty much looks the same. I think that light's out right now. So yeah, the main basement area, just same thing, trying to get it down to the bare bones. Electrician's gonna trim the rest of the equipment back there out, and then I'm gonna get a plumber engaged to basically tear out everything, all the different boiler system and old plumbing lines. Try and get it down to the shell. I'd like to get all this sandblasted. I think having the color of like the old original concrete pour would be cool down here instead of this dirty, gross white finish. Probably end up replacing those windows. That's the alleyway along there. They've been boarded up and kicked in, whatever. So that's pretty much it. Just kind of trying to get over the last hump of getting everything out of here. We got most of the nasty, moldy, mildewy building materials out. I just got the last of all the floor tiles scraped up and thrown out this morning. So I have to start getting our supplies out of here, and once I get the rest of the electrical, plumbing, and HVAC, I'll be ready to make some moves. So don't really know what we're gonna do with it yet. I have some prospective tenants in mind. I'd like to get a cool, unique business in here that Kirksville doesn't really have. There's several things I think would go really well downtown if the space turns out nice. I think all the big windows and natural light and tall ceilings will really make this building stand out of some of the other venues downtown. So yeah. I guess I forgot to mention we did get a new roof outside. Had a spray foam application done. It's called the Conklin system. So far, really happy with it. It was about a third of the cost of a tear-off replace, and it gave me another R10 or so of insulation value, because it's 1.5 inches of closed cell foam. So full 15-year labor and material warranty, which I do have one little leak he's gonna come back and patch up. It's in a pretty high volume kind of drainage area, the way the roof slopes to these, a drainage spot here and a drainage spot there that have always been problem areas. And then it goes through a little slot through the parapet wall. I think when they had to trim it down to get the slope right, it may have gotten it a little thin, but he'll come back and patch that up. But that's pretty much it. Sorry about the snafu earlier. Hopefully I can marry these two videos together. I'm certainly not a video editor of any sort, so that is it. Happy Mother's Day. Hopefully I'll have another good update here in a few months, but everyone take care.